There was this really great video I was watching on the making of Kanye's first album, College Dropout. And I stopped it and I was like, this would be so great to watch on stream. And I can't find it again. It was such a great, I really liked it. It reminded me of what was so fucking interesting and exciting and different about early Kanye. Is it the most unruly? Did you just nail it? You just fucking nailed it. And guess who it's sponsored by?
Dropout is brought to you by Skillshare. The first 500 people to sign up will receive 2 months for free at the link in the description. Eyes drooping, barely being able to see, Kanye was awoken by the sound of crashing glass, twisting metal, and his jaw being broken and shoved in.
I mean, if you guys don't know Kanye's story, it's crazy. He almost died. Was not like respected as a rapper at all. Made a phenomenal first album, and his whole career got built on that. It's crazy. His fucking speech is so good. His Grammy speech.
Of his mouth.
It was between 2 and 3 a.m. and he was on his way from the studio.
He fell asleep at the wheel. Hit another car.
And had a head-on collision.
Kanye had just begun to get his big break before it all seemed to shatter in front of him. It looked like it was all ending in just a few seconds.
Steering wheel hit him like in the jaw. Blow. Cracked all this, man.
And his jaw was broken in 3 places.
He was just barely conscious, and he just kept saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
But he knew if he could survive this accident, hip-hop wouldn't be the same again.
Oh, I'm gonna get DNC'd so hard, huh? Shit. Oh, we'll try. Who cares?
Everyone knows what Kanye ended up becoming, and the riches that came with it. But sometimes, it's hard to understand why in his early days, very few believed in Kanye West. It was a different time in hip-hop. It was easier to make it if you had a story filled with drug dealing, violence, and everything that Kanye wasn't. He was just a normal guy, trying to show the world that normal people had a voice too.
I was always rapping. And it just so happened that really, really phenomenal rappers got to rap on my beats before I got a chance to. People would hear this stuff and they'd be like, yo, do you have to rap on that? Well, if you don't, I'll just buy the beat from you.
Having worked on Jay-Z's The Blueprint.
I like this video. I only got like halfway through, but I liked it because all the interviews are like, Kanye's so different from how he acts now. It's so interesting to see, like, you know, he's still a little timid. You know, he has a lot less of the ego.
Album. Many wondered why Kanye couldn't settle down and enjoy his spoils as a sought-after producer. His soul samples were taking the industry by storm, but it wasn't enough. Kanye had a message to communicate, a message of self-empowerment.
You know, that was my whole claim to fame. I was Mr. Ace of the Izzo. It's kind of, for a person as confident as me, to have your claim to fame be based on someone else's name, isn't that where I wanted to be for my entire life? And people, they used to always say, what more could you want in life? You're a producer. You produce for the #1 artist in the world. What more could you want? I want to be an artist. If you can see him like bust out laughing, I'm not stepping on the court just to make it to the playoffs. I'm trying to leave with the trophy. I was just always trying to figure out a way for me to be able to express myself, and rap was the best way to express what was on your mind. Me and my father sit up and talk about a lot of issues that need to be brought up, but a lot of people that have that instilled in them don't know how to word it in a way where the public could accept it.
No matter how many people he showcased his music to, he would face rejection at every turn. The constant resistance that he would face would bring tears of frustration to his eyes.
People just telling me, man, what the f*** is you about to rap about? I'll be like, man, Scarface, I'll just be rapping about what the people want to hear. Alright, just play the beat.
Kanye had a 15-track demo that he never hesitated to play for anyone he crossed paths with in the industry.
Every check-in he got, he would play his demo.
What you finna rap about? You never sold crack out your house or put a gap to your mouth or put a fist to your spouse. So how you gonna move the crowd? I bet 1,000 that you get booed out. I even heard that they even taking ways in jail. You bet 10 boxes of cigarettes that I'm finna fail. If you talk about peace, they gon' be like peace. This came from the shy, moved to the east.
Kanye got the type of arrogance and ego that it point out flaws in your. If you uncomfortable about yourself, you gonna be mad at Kanye. If you uncomfortable within yourself and not comfortable with the type of person you are, when you see him on his, it's gonna make you mad because it makes you feel bad about yourself. Because you wish that you could be that passionate about anything in your life as he is about his music. You see that and you like, I wish I could be that passionate. but I can't, because I'm just a sucker.
I didn't pay attention to him rapping. I
Damn.
didn't think that he was built to be a rapper. He was built to be a producer.
We just wanted some hot beats at the time, be honest with you.
They're like, stick to making beats. Don't nobody want to hear you rap. We just want your beats.
Man, he got a lot of rejection slips.
Don't producers, man. This ain't a fucking game for me. I don't give a fuck about they trying to classify me as a producer. My beats was whack at one point, dog. I wasn't always having hot beats. I learned how to make hot beats. I'm focusing on rhyming now. I'm gonna be the best. And I'm charting with these niggas. And I got a one-up.
I actually love that. I actually love that. That's a good attitude to have. Listen, not everything Kanye does as an attitude is good to have. I actually think having the mindset of like, I suck at this now, I will be good, is fucking fire. I think it's just a great way to live, dude. It's so much better than thinking, I suck at this now and I'm gonna suck forever. That's so depressing. You gotta start somewhere. You can get good, you know?
Because I just hear my beats first.
I like it a lot.
He believed so much that he was gonna get a record deal. He dropped out of school.
Told him I finished school and I started my own business. They say, oh, you graduated. No, I decided I was finished. I'm finna turn this class clown shit to crazy G's. They told my mom I think he bipolar, had ADD.
Kanye would seem to be getting his big break when he was in talks for a deal with Capitol Records, but his brazen confidence and his in-your-face persona made them hesitant.
He gets flown out to Columbia Records. He meets with the executive, Michael Maul.
It is funny you guys are using Drake's for a Kanye quote. Ironic. Ironic.
He went in there and acted like, oh, I'm gonna be better than Jermaine Dupri.
The person that he was talking about was Michael's son, and he didn't know it.
I told the A&R there, I was like, yo, man, I'm be bigger than Michael Jackson. I'm be bigger than Jermaine Dupri.
Needless to say, Kanye didn't get the deal at Capitol.
They said, yo, Capitol pulled on the deal.
He used to feel like, damn, what did I do?
I called G, I said, man, you think we can still get that deal with Rockefeller? I don't listen to the suits behind the desk no more. You niggas wear suits cause you can't dress no more.
After losing his chance with Capitol, Kanye stopped going out, hunkered down, and got to work. It was the only way to get past being rejected, by creating opportunities.
I ain't played a hand I was dealt, I changed my cards.
Kanye used to say things to me that I used to be like, this out of his mind. But then 3 years later, it came true and I didn't know what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like he would say like, I'm the best dressed rapper, I'm about to start this fashion line. I'm like, you need to get a deal first. You know what I mean? Like he used to be like, yo, okay, my second album, late registration after I dropped this College Dropout joint, I'm gonna do this, the Hey Mama song, that's gonna be the single. And I'm just like, second album?
You don't even have a first
What are you talking about?
Eventually, like when I came out here, I started hanging around Dead Prez and be in the studio with them.
One thing about music, when it hit, you feel no pain.
And they showed me how to put shit that I knew in my heart, in my raps, and still make it sound cool. Because I never knew how to make it sound cool. I only knew how to make, I got a lot of jewelry and I fuck your girl to sound cool and shit. And I was able to bring more of myself out because I had a lot of that instilled in me. I found myself rapping more in that vein. Well, that's when I kind of found my rap style. And now people just be calling me a backpack rapper.
But it ain't the Moser folks, it's the white folks that brought us over here with boats and tight ropes. But don't forget it was outside cause the kings got rid of us like selling a crackhead soap. Now follow me. Sometimes I feel like dreaming subtitles, say things that mean things behind them in club titles.
Kanye wanted to send a
He is a
message,
stan.
but he didn't want to be put in the box of being a conscious backpack rapper either.
I guess they classify it as being a backpacker. I always thought that like they was like hater rappers and shit. I don't listen to shit like that. I'm trying to sell some records. It's crazy that my whole claim to fame is to be a backpacker. I'm a Louis Vuitton backpack rapper. I'm a backpack rapper.
Kanye showed how he was able to unify street and conscious hip-hop. One of the best showcases of how this worked out was 2 Words featuring Mos Def and Freeway.
I feel like Mos helped me get my record deal. Like, I did a song with him, which is my first single, and it's a 2-word joint. That's crazy. It's me, him, and Freeway. And I had a bunch of crazy songs for it. But when Dame heard that, he was like, Yo. 2 chains, 1 waist, 2 gas, 1 wall, 20 plaques, dudes paid, give me that. I am limelight, blueprint, 5 mics, go get his rhyme like, should've been signed twice. Most imitated, Grammy nominated, hotel accommodated, cheerleader prom dated, barbershop player hated, mom and pop bootlegged. Felt like it rained till the roof caved in. But 2 words, Chi-Town raised me crazy, so I live by 2 words.
Fuck you, pay me.
Screaming, Jesus,
that's a great verse.
Yeah, I look at every demographic like, man, hopefully I get the girls, the little kids, the older people, the from the streets, backpackers, all that, you know?
It's okay, you trying to tell me because most Def and Quali don't buy jewelry, that they are more hip-hop than Jay-Z, or what's quote-unquote real hip-hop? I feel like I'm going to bridge the gap. I'm gonna be one of the people that help bridge the gap with hip hop.
I'm the gap like Banana Republic and Old Navy. I forgot this one dude.
Isn't that crazy how he corrected himself? That's such a non-kind of thing to do. Like, I'm gonna be one of the people. I'm gonna be one of the people that, you know, it's like, it's such a way. He would never ever do that now. He would never say, it would just be, it was me, I did it. Not only I'm gonna do it, I did it.
I don't believe in psychics. He came to me. He was like, yo, your job in life is to go out and find new things. You like going out and doing a soul when nobody was doing it and bringing that back.
For many, it would be surprising to see Kanye soon become a shining beacon for the Rockefeller family. He was almost there.
It always never seemed like I could be at the Rock because of my subject matter and everything, and he's not in the same exact vein as the rappers that y'all used to hear, but now we expanded, you know what I'm saying?
The only person who was really with Kanye lyrically was like 3H from Capitol at the time. Like, they didn't really see his vision as an artist, but when he would come in the studio and rap, and he would rap all night and all day, but the raps would be dope. They'd be too much about fashion and women sometimes, but they were always dope. Always dope. Like, it's like, I couldn't see why people didn't think he could rap.
Dame Dash was another one of the few who began to truly realize Kanye's value at this time. He ended up becoming Kanye's advocate and eventually got him signed to Rockefeller, showing the world that this artist was more than a producer.
One day I'm playing this stuff, I just want to play some songs of a bass line, and Cam was in the studio just to see, like, man, is my stuff worthy of playing it around these people yet? So I played it, and Dame heard it, he was like, yo, it's not even whack. It's not whack. Actually, it's kind of dope. Actually, it's kind of hot. You know what I'm saying?
Dame's wheels were turning, and he began thinking about how West could fit into the world of the Rock.
Like, yo, I'm signing. We need to be over here anyway.
He wasn't finna let all them good beats get away.
Yeah, it's one of the beats, right?
We could do like a chronic. We could do like a East Coast chronic, though. And then he started just going into the rest of what my career is about to be right now.
Kanye finally got his deal.
And as far as this piece right here, y'all know what this is when y'all seen it. So this specific one is the L shit right here with the yellow diamonds, the canaries. And I was in Chicago, and then Hov just brought me out after Heart of the City. He said, yo, you gotta make an announcement. And I just grabbed the mic and I said, the newest member of the Rockefeller team.
When the chain was put on him, he transformed.
Wanna get me like they got big, cause I moved up out the city and got big. That's the poison that runs through their veins and attacks their soul and just start to tear them up. Niggas talk so much shit about me at barbershops, they forget to get their hair cut.
Cause of hip hop, G, the Blueprint, and Dame, I'm over here with the opportunity to get my music out, which is what I wanted since 3rd grade, you know what I'm saying?
It was his belief in himself and his independent vision that drew in others to embrace his movement.
I was never the type of nigga that looked to somebody else to get something. I look in the mirror whenever I need some help. I never felt like nobody owed me nothing, man. Don't no other man owe no other man shit. We never had nothing handed, took nothing for granted, took nothing from no man.
It was thought that Kanye would produce a compilation album filled with contributions from the entire roster. At least that's what Dame thought. But Kanye spent a lot of time making his own album. He fought hard not to be put into a box, and he wasn't going to give up now.
Now what if Michael Jordan decided to stick to baseball and Jay-Z decided to stick to crack? Just Blaze decided to stick to engineering.
We Don't Care is a great song.
Kanye never decided to rap. What if a nigga from the shot that was ill got a deal on the hottest rap label around? But he wasn't talking about coke and birds, it was more like spoken words if the niggas really putting it down.
Kanye was certain that his debut album would make the world fall in love with him.
He just has a feeling.
And you know, he runs with that feeling, but that's the same energy that created a College Dropout. College Dropout. College Dropout.
College Dropout was released
that's the cover.
February 10th, 2004.
Kanye's debut album, The College Dropout, was a spirited project promoting the philosophy of believing in yourself against all odds and refusing to conform to society's standards.
Why College Dropout? Why name your album College Dropout?
You gotta follow what's in your heart.
Right.
You know, my mother was head of the English department, so it was real embarrassing for her.
Right.
You know, for her son to straight drop out of college.
Right.
You know, but
when everyone says, hey, you're not working, you're not making any money, you say, you look at my degrees, and you look...
The skits on College Dropout are like, there's too many of them, and it's too much, dude. They're all about how bad college is. You could tell like it was so important to him. You could tell like he was really sensitive about the fact that he actually didn't go to college. No, they're funny, don't get me wrong, but it was like, if you know the story, though, he really was, it wasn't like...
Get my life, yeah.
I had to show her, you know, if I'm focused, I can make a better way for myself.
Sometimes delving into more serious subject matter, Kanye would have lyrics
speaking
highly of the revolutionary values that his father and mother represented.
I come from a family where, you know, my grandfather was the first to drive a car in the marches.
I came from a military family.
The political activity was all about making sure that whatever was not just became just. We grew up very aware of racism in this country.
Racism's still alive, they just be feeling it.
And I was even arrested at the tender age of 6 for sitting in, demonstrating at a lunch counter in Oklahoma City.
Oh, he posted that verbatim, huh?
Who took my mama, made us sit in that seat where white folks ain't want us to eat. At the tender age of 6, he was arrested for the sit-ins. With that in my blood, I was born to be different.
The College Dropout was an album that featured every aspect of West's personality. All of the duality and contradictions he was talking about, as well as his social messages, were mixed into this soulful blend of hip-hop that was a breath of fresh air for many listeners.
I always said if I rap, I say something significant, but now I'm talking about money, hoes, and rims again. Like, I want to do what's right, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a human being. Like, okay, I got songs like Jesus Walks With Me.
Jesus Walks was one of the earliest tracks that Kanye would showcase that ended up on the College Dropout.
You know what the Midwest is, young and restless, but restless.
One of the greatest beats
Jesus Walks
of all
was on
time.
his original demo.
Every A&R was, you can't rap about Jesus. You can't have that, you know, in your song. Nobody wants to hear that.
People heard Jesus Walks, as is in past.
It's just crazy. I hear that all the time where people are like, Jesus Walks got rejected by everybody. Like, they show that to everybody and everyone said, you can't rap about Jesus. But you think about it, it's like 2004, America. You couldn't rap about Jesus? 2003, 2004, you couldn't rap about Jesus? Really? Who's saying that? Who the fuck's saying that? Yeah, you can rap about Jesus.
That's on signing him. Pass. Blatantly pass.
Kanye would even get laughed at for performing Jesus Walks for other artists. Behind his back, of course.
Like right after 9/11, like, Bush era,
I need to know.
You can rap about Jesus, bro.
Down to get topless, baby. I need to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a man. I'm a human being. People feel like an artist. They be like, yo, if you're an artist, you can only rap about this one subject.
You just popped in Kanye West, get right for the summer workout tape.
I'm confused as a black man. A lot of times artists come into the aspect that they not confused about who they are or whatever. And then you always hear about, man, I love the album, but she a hypocrite, or he's a hypocrite. I know that it's more than one side to me.
There was one song that became one of the most important milestones in Kanye's life. It was one of those kind of moments that defines a person's character and worldview. But that song had to be birthed out of pain.
He had several surgeries.
His face was like way out here. When I walked into that hospital room, I wouldn't have even known my own son had he not said, "Hi, Mom." His face was so swollen.
The doctors, they wired his mouth shut.
I was like, well, that's it as far as rapping. He was barely talking.
No matter how grim his reality looked, Kanye refused to let his injuries take away his shot at success.
The accident was like one of those life-changing events.
You were there throughout all that time as well?
Yeah, well, when the accident happened, you know, I got the call, like, Kanye had a car accident, boom, you know, I'm like, what? So I called his mom, and then we talking, and then next thing I know, Kanye called me. I'm like, dude, you straight? He wired up, but look, but he like this. Hey, but you know, I got this song. I'm like, you got this song. They started rapping through the wire to me. I said, dude, hold on, slow down, man. You broke your jaw. Then he's like, man, this song, and it's just rapping it. I'm like, this dude is crazy.
West would brainstorm ideas for his album on his hospital bed.
To nearly lose your life, to nearly lose your mouth, your voice as a career as a rapper, your face. Y'all probably look at it and think it's normal, but I feel very self-conscious about certain things. Look how my mouth, like, it looks like you can't even see my bottom teeth when I talk. Like, you always see the top teeth, and that's not how I used to be. Especially if I'm lit wrong, I gotta get like Michael Jackson and bring my own lighting text, because I just see it and be like.
The second he was able to speak, he recorded Through the Wire.
I recorded the song Through the Wire 2 weeks later with my mouth still wired shut. I felt like even if the song
Yes, guys, it is true. I used to go by 3H, and I actually found and signed Kanye. Kind of a different time for me. Literal known story of my past. Big. Yeah, you can call me Joe. I mean, that was just I went by 3H and now I'm GH.
Able to speak, he recorded Through the Wire.
I recorded the song Through the Wire 2 weeks later with my mouth still wired shut. I felt like even if the song didn't blow up, that once other songs did blow up, which I knew they would, people would just look back and say, man, do you remember his first song? He recorded it with his mouth wired shut.
I drink a boost for breakfast and Ensure for dessert. Somebody order pancakes, I just sip the scissor.
It sounded like it hurt when he rapped it.
How can you console my mama, give her life support when you're telling her son on life support?
I have to just thank God for the situation that I'm in. You know, it's like we turn the worst thing into the best thing. Through the wire,
it's so crazy.
It is the worst thing that could have possibly happened to me, and now.
And you can tell when you listen to it, like, it doesn't sound like his normal voice, and it doesn't. I don't remember it being a problem when I heard it back in 04, but like if I listen to it now, it's like kind of grating the way his voice comes out. And it's crazy. This song put him on the map. This song with his voice kind of like all jaw wired shut, put him on, like this blew him up. It's wild.
It's obviously the best thing. Look how it exploded. And it made people care. It made people realize that I was a human being.
Inspired and full of music, Kanye worked on releasing a mixtape to build hype for his upcoming album. The College Dropout wasn't finished yet, and Kanye needed time to heal.
Don C and Kanye and John put together a mixtape. It was called Get Well Soon, and it had Through the Wire along with various different songs he'd actually produced.
Politics kept me at the end of the mixtape, so I dropped my own Get Well Soon sick tape.
Kanye's inventive music video for Through the Wire visually told the story of his recovery through a Polaroid-like aesthetic.
Through the Wire, who came up with the concept for the video?
I came up with the concept for the video.
Right. You're very proud of that video.
Yeah. I was like, dude, let's put ours in Polaroids, and that'd be ill. He's like, right, let's do a whole video like that. So I went to this editor, and just first Kanye came, and he was like, dude, this is crazy. And it was just the edit. And then we just, started placing the pieces in the Polaroid.
So this is when we realized that just the best way to do it is to build the board, take a picture of it, and then have it scanned in, and that's how we did the movement through.
Yeah, fire video.
Kanye put up 40 grand out of his pocket, and we shot a video.
Yo, Chief, they can't stop me from rapping, can they?
I was proud of him, because it was something I would have did, and yeah, at the time no one was listening, so he did what he had to do.
Music video budgets would be much easier to get in Kanye's future. His visual taste would only grow as he would develop some of the most memorable music videos of his generation.
Definitely forced Rockefeller's hand.
I think they all acknowledged that they had a real superstar.
Through the Wire would not be the only hit with listeners, of course. Many more would soon follow. Kanye loved collaboration and found something.
Yeah, someone chat said, that guy who said that's something I would have did. Yeah, fuck off, dude. Yeah, he took 40 G's of his own money while he had his jaw wired shut to pay for an innovative music video. That's something I would have did.
In actor Jamie Foxx, who had displayed his singing skills occasionally throughout his career.
They throw this party and a kid walks in, backpack on, jaw a little swollen. Who is it?
Kanye
West. Kanye West. Wow. At my house party.
And this was a different Kanye at the time.
Different way. Listen, nobody knows him.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody knows this guy. I said, yo, they say you rap, man. This dude do a freestyle that kills everything.
Well, it was good.
I said, oh my God, you're incredible. I said, how come you're not doing music? Yeah, I'm trying to. I got a song for you. I said, for me?
Got a light-skinned friend look like Michael Jackson. Got a dark-skinned friend look like Michael Jackson.
That's why I got a studio in the back.
He says the song go like this. She says she wants some Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross. I say, I got it, Kanye. Who doesn't anybody know yet? I got it. She say she wants some I'm doing all R&B stuff. And you know, he was Kanye. He went, don't do that. I said, why? He said, but you know, I got to put the thing on you. He said, it's hip hop. Just follow me. So in my mind, I'm thinking, this song is whack. He's never gonna make it. I do the song anyway. I leave. I do a bad movie for 6 weeks. I come back.
So I will say, I've seen a good number of Jamie Foxx interviews. He's a extremely talented interviewee. He's very engaging at storytelling. Yeah, I think his acting usually sucks, so I'm way more impressed by his interview answers.
So I come back and they say, you remember that song you said was
he should be more himself, man.
And that's how I got into music.
He was playing me College Dropout songs that he had been working on up to, and there were only like 2 weeks left in production before the deadline for it to turn in. And Spaceships came on. And I'm just casually,
I love Collateral. I love Django too. I'm just saying, I've seen a couple stinkers.
He said, stop that, cuz, run it back. Do that again. And I just start riffing over it. He was like, that's what I've been wanting. That's it. He said, next Monday, I'm gonna bring you out to LA. We're going to the studio. I need you to do what you just did in the studio on this song. So the following week, we were in the studio working on Spaceships. We finished that, and then he's like, let's see what else you can do. And so
do you remember how that part went?
Wanna fly, wanna fly.
I said I want my chariot to pick me up and take
That's such a good part. It's crazy you freestyled that.
All Falls Down was an enduring song that Kanye has continued to perform live, and it was actually written in 15 minutes after Kanye received a burst of inspiration from Dead Prez. He was perfecting the whole concept of how to write a cool song with a message. All Falls Down was titled Self-Conscious in its early stages.
When did a hip-hop artist ever make a song called Self-Conscious? You know what I'm saying? She like, I'll just stay down her and do her because that's enough money to buy her a few pairs of new Airs because her baby daddy don't really care. She's so precious with the peer pressure. Couldn't afford a car, so she named her daughter Alexis.
And see, we live in the American dream. The people highest up got the lowest self-esteem.
Hold on. That line was just too good. That line was too good. You see what I'm saying?
I say, fuck the police, that's how I treat them. We buy our way out of jail, but we can't buy freedom.
It's not no regular producer rap. I told y'all that before, man.
But I ain't even gonna act totally up and down, cause man, I went to Jacob with 25,000.
It initially contained a sample from Lauryn Hill's Mystery of Iniquity, but things got a little complicated when it came time to clear the sample.
Now, on the most bootleg joint in a minute, there's a song with Lauryn Hill. Is it on the album?
Well, she cleared the publishing for it. And she never said no to clearing her voice, but just when it was time to master the album, she hadn't said yes in enough time, and we didn't want to play with that.
Right.
You know, so we got Selena Johnson from Chicago to re-sing it.
We're watching the history of Kanye's first album.
Oh, no, Lauren, we just missed Lauren, but Selena did a thing
very
on
interesting.
it.
Oh, she did such a good job.
This the real one, baby.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm very happy.
This album's so good. I'm listening to it tonight.
Is so live. I went back and re-spit my verses. And I think it takes the song to even a whole nother level.
Drug dealer by Jordan, crack kid by crack, and a white man get paid off for all of that.
Any quality album needs a quality album cover. And a perfectionist like Kanye didn't need to be reminded.
That's what I was saying.
Kanye needed something more
iconic.
Expressive than just having a picture of his face.
I felt like this said the College Dropout in itself, you know, a mascot with his head down. You usually see mascots jumping up and down and all hyped up. So you see a mascot like Salty, you don't never see that. That's like, yo, he's like, man, I'm finished with this. I'm through with this.
Right.
And then like I'm putting the angels on here because even before the accident, but especially after the accident, you know, I said in the song, I feel like I must have
Pokemon Turning was fire, we won.
You know, I really got in the angels. I started tattooing on my body.
Slow Jams, you know, became an instant #1 record.
And just like Kanye knew it would, that song that everyone turned down, Jesus Walks, became a smash hit and one of the most memorable songs of the 2000s.
He was certified platinum.
Then the album with multi-platinum.
It was Kanye West Pandemonium. He instantly became the #1 talked about thing in music, not just hip hop, but in music.
And when he played me that College Dropout on the Electric Circus tour with Common, I would tell anybody willing to listen, I'd be like, Kanye West got the next classic. Remember when you first heard Illmatic? Remember when you first heard Doggy Style? You're gonna feel like that about Kanye West.
That's high praise.
Like, really? The nigga make beats?
Oh man, it was outrageous. It was outrageous. It was groundbreaking.
Kanye was nominated for 10 Grammys.
The accolades and
they're gonna show his
simply
speech?
pointed to the
Kanye's
obvious.
Grammy speech
The College Dropout was everything
in
Kanye
04
said it
is
would be and
amazing.
more. But it spoke to so many different
It's
people
iconic.
across the world. A young man who told the underdog story of reaching independence, achieving his creative aspirations, and speaking up for the common man was what hip-hop needed. But at the same time, they got a brazenly confident man who loved fashion, loved spending money, and loved women.
He felt like he passed a certain part of the test.
He felt vindicated because a lot of people said that he'd never do it.
He proved them wrong.
And the Grammy goes to...
Oh, sick.
The College Dropout, Kanye West.
The entire world now
they didn't show
acknowledged that Kanye was far from just a producer.
We'll watch after this.
He was
They
a
don't.
soulful addition to hip-hop that clearly showed he wasn't leaving anytime soon.
When I had my accident, I found out at that moment, nothing in life is promised except death. You have the opportunity to play this game of life. You need to appreciate every moment. A lot of people don't appreciate their moment until it's past. And I plan to celebrate. I plan to celebrate and scream and pop champagne every chance I get, because I'm at the Grammys, baby. Everybody asked me the question. They wanted to know, what kind? I know he's gonna wild out and he's gonna do something crazy. Everybody wants to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
America, y'all had to see me. Y'all had to get used to this face. Ain't that what everybody say? Delete that. You get used to me. And you don't see him next year and shit.
Thank you for watching. As a creative,
That was fire. That was fire.